Hello and welcome to Arnie's Short Stories. I hope you enjoy this story. I'm going to try and upload a new story each day. The Puzzle of the Ivory Inkwell. In the quaint village of Ashford, where ancient oaks whispered secrets to the wind, stood the stately manor of Mr. Edward Langley, a luminary whose mystery novels had enthralled readers for decades. His study was a haven of creativity, a labyrinth of towering bookshelves laden with leather-bound volumes, their spines cracked from years of reverence, and a grand mahogany desk that bore the scars of countless tales. Atop it rested his prized ivory inkwell, an heirloom bestowed by a mentor whose name had faded into the mist of memory. The incident occurred on a tempestuous autumn evening. Mr. Langley sat hunched over his latest manuscript, the quill trembling in his ink-stained fingers. A rogue gust barreled through the open window, toppling the inkwell with a clatter. Ink surged across the pages, a black tide swallowing his words. But then something peculiar. As the liquid seeped into the parchment, faint glyphs emerged, spectral and arcane, spelling out A15/9/23, quoth the raven. He stared, baffled. The initials eluded him, the date rang no bells, and the phrase tugged a distant recollection of Poe's melancholic verse. Uncertain and intrigued, Mr. Langley summoned Holly Arnold. She arrived swiftly, a young woman in her early 20s, her auburn hair pulled taut, her hazel eyes alight with curiosity. A notebook dangled from her hand, ever ready to capture the threads of a mystery. "Tell me what happened," she said, her tone steady, slicing through the room's disquiet. He recounted the spill, gesturing to the sullied manuscript. Holly knelt beside the desk, her fingers brushing the damp paper. "This isn't mere ink," she observed. "It's revealed something hidden, a message embedded in the fibers, visible only when triggered." She produced a magnifying glass, peering at the cryptic text. "Initials perhaps, 15/9/23, a date from last year, and quoth the raven, Poe's poem, a literary cipher." Mr. Langley frowned. "I don't know any A. What could it mean? That's the puzzle," Holly replied. "May I search your study?" "By all means," he said, waving a hand. She prowled the room, her gaze darting from shelf to shelf. Drawers yielded letters non-relevant. Then, on a low shelf, she spotted a slim volume, Collected Stories by Eliza Hawthorne. She murmured, sliding it free. The dedication inside read, "To Edward Langley, with gratitude," dated 15/9/23. A chill ran through her. Eliza Hawthorne, she passed away last year, didn't she? Mr. Langley nodded. "A fine writer, though obscure. I barely knew her." Holly flipped through the pages. Dog-eared corners marked specific tales, and underlined passages formed a fragmented plea. "My final work, The Raven's Shadow, is my legacy. Protect it." Her breath caught. "The Raven's Shadow, that ties to the message. Was it unpublished?" "Not that I recall," he said, puzzled. "Your manuscript," Holly pressed. "What's it called?" "The Midnight Murders," he answered. "Any echoes of a raven's shadow in it?" He shrugged. "I'd need to see her work to know." The door creaked. Mr. Percival Green, Langley's assistant, stepped in, a wiry man with nervous hands. "Trouble, sir?" Holly fixed him with a stare. "Did you know Eliza Hawthorne, Mr. Green?" He flinched. Yes, I was her assistant before she died." "Why?" "Because," Holly said, "I suspect her unpublished work was stolen and passed off as Mr. Langley's." She watched his face pale. "You had access to both authors? Did you take it?" "That's absurd." Green sputtered. "I've been loyal, prove it," Holly cut in. "Show me your records." Reluctantly, he led them to his cramped office. Holly sifted through files, unearthing a submission letter to Ms. Agatha Thorne, the publisher, dated post Hawthorne's death. It pitched The Midnight Murders as Langley's creation, but a crossed-out title beneath caught her eye, The Raven's Shadow. She held it up. "You changed it. Why?" Green slumped. "It wasn't my plan. Ms. Thorne pushed me, said it'd sell better under his name. I was drowning in debt. She offered a way out." Mr. Langley gaped. "You betrayed me. I'm sorry," Green whispered. "We're not done," Holly said. "Ms. Thorne's next." At the publishing house, Ms. Thorne greeted them with icy poise, her sharp features unyielding. "What's this about?" Holly laid out the evidence, the ink-stained message, the altar title, Green's confession. You orchestrated this plagiarism. Thorne scoffed. Preposterous. I knew nothing of its origins, didn't you? Holly countered. Your catalogue synopsis for the Midnight Murders mirrors Hawthorne's style, not Langley's, and this telegram. She produced a slip from Green's files dated after Hawthorne's death. Proceed with the plan. Your words, M.S. Thorne. Thorne's facade crumbled. It was business. Langley's name sells. Hawthorne's wouldn't. Stealing isn't business. Holly snapped. Withdraw the book. Credit Hawthorne, now. Thorne relented. The manuscript was pulled, and Hawthorne's family was notified, ensuring the Raven Shadow would bear her name. Back in the study, Mr. Langley sighed. I trusted Percival. Trust can blind us, Holly said softly. But the truth's out. He handed her a fountain pen engraved with H.A. for your brilliance. She smiled. I'll put it to good use. Outside the wind howled. Holly glanced at the Inkwell, now upright, its secret spent. Another case closed, she mused, her mind already turning to the next enigma. The end. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please don't forget to like, and even better, like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and I hope you have had a great day.